What's up, everybody? So let's talk about the school shooting that happened at Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia on yesterday. So on yesterday, a student named Colt Gray decided to go to school with an AR style rifle and decided to open fire on students and teachers at Appalachian High School. He unalived 4 people, including teachers and students, and he injured a total of about 9 or 10 people in the process. And quite honestly, it could be more than that, but from what I understand from yesterday, it was about 9 or 10 people who were injured. He was arrested on the scene yesterday, and from my understanding, he will be prosecuted as an adult. And this boy is evil. He's evil. Very, very evil. Because let's make a key point to all of this, right? Last year, Colt made a threat to one of the other schools in the surrounding counties, Jackson County, that he was going to shoot up the school. This was last year, and they dismissed it. And his dad denied it, and he denied it as well. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it hit very close to home for me. For those who don't know, I am from Athens, Georgia, and that is where the University of Georgia is. And Athens is about 30 minutes away from Winder, Georgia. I actually go to Winder quite a bit myself. And this situation was total chaos on yesterday. I want to state that I personally know a lot of people whose children go to Appalachian High School. I personally know these people, okay? And I know some of these children. And it was traumatic for our whole city. Okay, it was traumatic for Winder, it was traumatic for Athens and the surrounding counties because we've never experienced anything quite like this, right? Now, my daughter did attend high school here in Athens, Georgia, and her high school was kind of bad too, but they never experienced a school shooting like this. And it was just so sad. Like, my spirit was in the dumps yesterday, just even thinking about something like this could happen so close to us. It was just so sad, so very sad. As a person who I know personally, daughter experienced this whole situation with her own eyes. I personally know this person. I personally know her daughter. I have done all of their makeup before, and so I do personally know them. She posted this on Facebook, and so since it's public, I want to talk about it as well. And right now, we really don't know the motive of why he did this. We don't know the reason why he did this, but he did it, okay? And so this person that I know, she is my Facebook friend. This is what she said her daughters experienced, because both of her daughters go to this school. So she said, in summary, that her middle daughter and her friends watched their teacher get unalived in front of them. And, they tried to help the teacher. And in the midst of all of this chaos, her daughter had a seizure. And so her daughter's friend tried to help her daughter. She tried to help the teacher, and it was just total chaos, right? And so she was saying that her youngest daughter, the shooter was in the youngest daughter's class. And so he left, and she said that when he came back, he knocked on the door to come back in. She said that her daughter had went to the door, and instead of opening the door, she looked out of the window, and then she saw that he had pulled out the gun. And so the teacher had told her daughter to open the door, but her daughter was so shocked and so shook up that she said no. And she told the teacher that he had a gun. And so at this time, someone had came out in the hallway, and then the shooter proceeded to start shooting in the hall after her daughter did not open the door for him. Just imagine, had her daughter open that door, he probably would have taken or tried to take her and everybody else out in that classroom. But her daughter was so afraid that she did not open the door. So he started to shoot up the hallway. Sad and crazy, right? So this person did make another post, and I will try to summarize it as best as possible. And she said that could this have been prevented? She does not know. She did say that the school got a tip that morning, and the administration team came to her daughter's class looking for the student. And she said that the student left class unnoticed, apparently went to the counselor's office. He came back to the classroom in the most calm state in preparation to clear out the classroom if the door had been open, but the door was not open. So instead, he cleared out the hallway. She said that in the meantime, I guess while the boy was on his way back to the classroom, administrators called into the classroom 2 times for the teacher to check her email. On the third time they called, the boy was back at the door. And so she was saying, why were they looking for him at the beginning? And why did it take until 10 something, 10 o'clock in the morning, to want to start looking for him when school had already started hours ago? And so she goes on to say, but to know he cleared a whole hall after not being able to be found by administrators actually looking for him, and he was actually in class prior, is a little strange to her. And so she did say that the fact that this seems so premeditated. He was banging on the locker. Some say they heard laughing just so he could get people in the hallway to try to take them out. He could have easily shot through any door and cleared out the classrooms. And from what I hear, he complied with authority and surrendered. And one of the students who was unalive was an autistic student, and she could not understand why this autistic student was roaming in the hallway. And so she was saying that, which means that the protocol is a little different when it comes to those students being in the hall alone for a certain amount of time. And she could not understand why he was in the hall at that time and it wasn't like a class change. And so she said, speaking of class change, she said she was glad that it didn't occur during that time, because if it was a class change, then he would have probably shot up more people and more students during that time. So she goes on to say the kid was in class. They knew to look for the kid. The kid played them and left class. They came to the classroom to find him. He went to the counselor's office and came back to the same class he was originally in and went on a rampage. And she was like, could this have been prevented? She does not know. But she said as a mother, she has quite a few questions, and we all have quite a few questions about this whole situation. It has been quite crazy. Very, very crazy. And like I stated earlier, this is not Colt's first time making a threat, right? This is not his first time making a threat to shoot up the school. Okay, this is from the FBI. It says FBI Atlanta responded earlier to Appalachia High School following reports of an active shooter. Throughout the day, FBI personnel have been coordinating with and supporting local and state law enforcement. The FBI will dedicate all available resources as requested to seek justice and bring closure for the victims and their families. In May 2023, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center received several anonymous tips about online threats to commit a school shooting at an unidentified location and time. The online threats contained photographs of guns. Within 24 hours, the FBI determined the online post originated in Georgia, and the FBI's Atlanta field office referred the information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office for action. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office located a possible subject, a 13-year-old male, and interviewed him and his father. The father stated he had hunting guns in the house, but the subject did not have unsupervised access to them. The subject denied making the threats online. Jackson County alerted local schools for continued monitoring of the subject. At this time, there was no possible cause or no probable cause for arrest or to take any additional law enforcement actions on the local, state, or federal levels. So that was the statement from the FBI. This is a tragedy. This was very, very scary, very, very sad situation that occurred so very close to me, and it's just crazy. It's very, very crazy, y'all. And so hopefully they will get these students some type of counseling, some type of therapy, and something needs to be put in place at these schools. I mean, at this point, metal detectors needs to be at these schools, because how did he get a gun through this school? Like, it's crazy. You go to school to learn. No one sends their children to school to be unalived. I mean, it's just really, really crazy, for real. I can't wrap my head around it. My nerves have been shot since yesterday. My spirits have been in the dump since yesterday. And I just have a lot on my mind right about now, especially even to it's just a lot. I will say it's just a lot to wrap your head around all of this. And I can't even imagine. Like, I just know so many people who children go there, and they were just distraught. It was just so much going on. It was so much chaos yesterday. It's just sad. Well, anyway, y'all, what are y'all thoughts about this whole situation at Appalachian High School and the active shooter? Y'all know what y'all got to do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all got to do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.